Hi, my name's Jake Kosack. I'm 23 years old, and I grew up my entire life here in New York. And I've had two passions ever since I could remember: sports and entertainment. And look, growing up I played sports, but I always did theater. I've done over 25 productions, I've done musicals, I've done plays. I've always wanted to entertain as many people as I could. Entertaining people has always been my passion. By my sophomore year of college, I had a defining day in my life where I realized I had the potential, but I wasn't fulfilling it. And I recognized in that day, February 28th, that I could be something 10 times more than what I am now. And that was the creation of Get Better Motivation. That was my sole goal. I wanted to inspire people who didn't feel like they were good enough, but wanted to get better. See, I created and developed and organized all aspects of this business. I did social design, I did website design, social content, all of it. And it's here where I learned what it takes to really fulfill a business operation, behind the scenes, the ins and outs. By my junior year, I got an internship at Steiner Sports, a premier New York sports company where I got to do marketing and memorabilia work with multiple people across the entire industry. I worked at Yankee Stadium. I got to work with New York Yankees, with New York Knicks, with New York Rangers, so many more. I got to work directly with the CEO and the social media director to create content that would be viewed by millions of followers. And I got to work with some of the most passionate and dedicated people in the sports industry, that I obtained so much knowledge of the sports industry here in New York. A dream come true to work at this company. While doing this internship, I was a full-time student at Mount St. Mary College. I was a senior class president, a senior resident assistant, a co-founder of two clubs, MSMC Musical Exchange and MSMC Pre-Law Society, where I was also the vice president. With all this work, I still managed a 3.6 cumulative GPA. I was a 4.0 student multiple semesters along with Dean's List. On top of that, I was the only student recipient of the Mount St. Mary College Award, which is recognizing dedication to the college and academic achievement. But the biggest honor of all for me was being asked to be the Mount St. Mary College student speaker, the only one at the 2018 college commencement ceremony. After all said and done, I graduated and was asked to join as a member of the Board of Trustees as the youngest member. And I'm proud to sit and serve my community back at the Mount. Look, after graduation, I didn't know where I was going to go next. I always worked. I worked at restaurants as a busboy, a server, a bar back. I cleaned dishes. I got a job at KRW Consulting where I was asked to contact Fortune 500 companies and pair them with my company, and we would create marketing activations and promotions. I served as an intern and as a consultant. But it was when I was in New York City that I realized what I really wanted to be. Back to that theater experience, back to being on camera. I wanted to be in New York City, and I wanted to be in front of the camera. So where did I go next? I got the opportunity to work at TMZ, where I interview hundreds of athletes, musicians, actors, politicians. I got to interview names such as Derek Jeter, Mariah Carey, Cardi B, A$AP Rocky, Michael Jordan, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Jimmy Fallon, and Ryan Seacrest. I got to interview them all. I knew I wanted to be on camera, but this off-camera experience is really where I gained the knowledge of what it takes to interview and what it takes to engage in an interesting conversation. And I got to be ranked #1 reporter numerous times. And look, people ask me, where do I see myself? I see myself being one of the most dynamic media personalities in the country. There are people who want it, and there are people who get it, and I intend to be both. Because look, I can't promise you that I'm going to be the funniest person in the room. I can't promise you I'm going to be the smartest person in the room. What I can promise you is I will always be the hardest working person in the room, because that is within my control. I don't believe in dreams. I believe in realities, and I'll take whatever dream I have and make it a reality. But the most important thing to me, my family and my friends, my personal growth, and my career. I love spending time with my family. I love working out. I always want to be working. I want to strive to be the greatest that I can be. And I will give it whatever it takes. I will go through any brick wall. I will run through any boundary, because I pride myself on my work ethic, and I want to achieve what people don't think is possible. That's what I've always wanted. You ask me where I think I'm going to be, I want to be the next Dick Clark, Regis Philbin, Ryan Seacrest. But most importantly, I want to be the first Jake Kosack. The first Jake Kosack. First Jake Kosack. The first Jake Kosack. Get better.